I think it's an interesting one because it really depends on what stage your company is in, what you're looking for. For me, there's benefits to both. One big benefit to hiring internally is that the people are already familiar with the processes in your company, the values, they're already aligned on what is necessary. They already have the knowledge.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it really depends on how fast you want to grow. Like if you have an urgent need for it, you might look externally.
Yeah.
Do you have a different opinion on that, or?
I'm of the belief that it has to be dynamic. It's never one size fits all. But one of the or pros and cons about hiring internally is that you need clear communication with the people who actively want to step up into the role you're looking for. It has to go both ways. Like, yes, there's a need from management side, but there also needs to be a desire for that internal employee to want to step into that role, to feel that they are capable of doing it. They feel like they are challenged enough, or sometimes they just want to stay where they are, and that's also okay, which is why it has to be a communication both ways to see where they're at.
And you also cannot push people into a certain box, right?
Yeah.
You cannot just say to someone, he should be learning on this particular skill.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to be in agreement with it. And as a company, I think also financially, it's important.
Yeah.
Like, do they have the budget to grow to a bigger team? Because if you're hiring someone externally, it might cost more money. There's also a whole cost involved with onboarding a person. They're not going to be productive in the first week. There needs to be a bit of a process. On the other hand, if you're looking internally, then the company can already support it with certain resources and conferences and courses whatsoever. It really depends on how urgent it is. If you're in a critical part of your company and you need to have a specific skill set that you don't have, it will take a lot longer to teach someone internally
how to do that.
While if you bring in someone externally, it might be worth all that overhead and that extra financial cost to get to a deliverable result. And even then, like, it can also be a very temporary thing for the external person. Like the external person can be a mentor for the internal person. And they can pick up the things from each other. And they also might not feel overlooked at that point. Like they realize there's an urgent need for it, but the company supports the person internally. It also makes them more loyal to the company, you know?
You said some cool things there. Also, it depends the urgency of the task that needs to be filled or the role that needs to be filled. Someone, and also the kind of specialized knowledge you need. So again, the company really has to assess their domain, their product, and see, yes, we want to reward loyalty. Someone wants to step up into it, but sometimes they just aren't specialized enough for that specific part of the product that the company wants to grow, and they need to look at hiring a specialist who will, yes, it will take time to get them up to speed, but in the long run, it's actually going to save the company tremendously, and that's what they need to really weigh heavily. Clear communication with their staff. You're loyal, you want to do this, are you capable? And it's okay to have that conversation and see where they're heading.
So I think I agree. I agree, like,
absolutely.
It really depends. Like with all things, it depends on what you need. And how you want to get there.
What's best for the company? How do they get there?
Exactly.
What a time to be alive.